Here I'm packing up my bin, and you can see I always take with me hot hands for when it's cold out, some Benadryl, some aprons to keep money in, and of course some bungee cords because those always come in handy. I also keep some zip ties in there. I have some mini bungee cords as well. There's a toolkit with some tools and some S-hooks that I use. I keep a notebook and a clipboard, my signs that I'll use on my table, more signs, there's my hooks for my stained glass, and some bookmarks that Kimberly made that'll go on the table. Some additional hooks and things that I just keep in there because sometimes I need them and sometimes I don't, and I just like to have them available. Here's some stands for additional signage, or even for product. Sometimes I'll put some of my products on the stands. Fitting them in the box can be tedious. Some additional large S-hooks that I like to have as an option, so if I want to hang things from the corners of my tent. More bookmarks. All of my tablecloths and all also go in here. They go in as some of the last things generally because they're the first I'm going to pull out. This basket is complete with all of my shopping bags and my tape and business card holder, and business cards usually go in here. I also keep scissors and ink pens and some dry erase markers and my thank you cards that go in all of my bags. But this whole little bin just gets pulled out at the market and set up on the table because everything in it is things I'm going to utilize all throughout the day. There's business cards. This is the stand for some bookmarks, those bookmarks that Kimberly makes. And then the rest of my table coverings. I put those in last because they're also going to be the first thing that I use. That black tablecloth that I put in first is actually a spare tablecloth. I generally don't end up using that one. I have two that I do end up using, but I like to have the spare just in case. If for absolutely no other reason, because you can use it like it's a towel and use it to clean stuff off. One last sign. And the last tablecloth. And that is everything that goes in my market prep bin. So now that is all ready to go. Perhaps the two most important things are my money bag and this portable fan. I keep my change, my reader for credit cards. I keep a calculator in here, as well as my merchant sales tax information in case I were to ever get asked for it. I keep about $50 in change, usually 25 in 5s and 25 in 1s. I find that that is generally enough change. Maybe that's different in your market. I tend to have more credit card sales than cash sales, so $50 in change usually takes care of everything I need. That's my PayPal Zettel reader. And then this camper fan that I just bought. Okay, despite the extreme amount of water that got into my tent, I had very little actual damage. Obviously, glass stays fine. So here's where the real problem is. That broke. So this is drenched. My sign, some of those journals of Kimberly's got wet. But overall, it's not in too bad of shape. Okay, So we got a bunch of straw down to help with all the muddy mess. But I'm all ready to go for the day. And if I think about it, I will video tear down, hopefully. But yes, my tent is broken and I have to buy a new one. Oh well, it happens. Hey friends, welcome to the Hen and Chicks Barn Market. I totally neglected to video setup yesterday, largely because I forgot my camera at home. Whoops, sorry about that. Anyway, this is day 2 and let's have a good day. Okay, so let's talk about how my market went this weekend. As you know, I did not video setup or teardown. By the time teardown happened, I was so exhausted and I just didn't think about it. I will also tell you, everything is a muddy, filthy mess. I literally have to pull everything out and wipe everything down because everything is so muddy and dirty. There was a giant rainstorm Friday night, and the rain gathered in the top of my canopy, and it was too heavy and it shouldn't have gathered to begin with, right? Like, that's the whole point of that middle spike that goes up. Anyway, that center bar that holds the canopy up so that it makes a V that's supposed to let water shed off of the canopy broke. So as a result of that, all of the water gathered in my top of my tent. It was leaking through. There was water everywhere, and there were probably, I don't know, 10 gallons of water on the top of my tent that I had to push off when I got there on Saturday morning. That just led to everything being a very, very muddy mess. The venue was phenomenal. They brought straw to cover all the mud with so that our customers would still have a good shopping experience. And that helped tremendously. They did everything that they could. They really did. The venue was amazing. It was just kind of a mess. And unfortunately, the weather is really unpredictable and you just never know when that's going to be the case. Overall, it was a really good market. I'm glad that I participated. I am a little bummed I have to buy a new tent, but that's okay. It comes with the territory. This vendor market lifestyle is not easy, and it is not for the faint of heart. So in the end, it was a good market that I most definitely will go back to. I took 5 fused glass pieces with me, along with all of my stained glass pieces, and I sold all but one of those fused pieces. So I'm definitely going to be making some more fused pieces for markets because they definitely were well received.